Greetings, warriors! My name's Pretty, and I played Revived Witch for quite a long time, and I want to talk about it. Yep, we are finally continuing more Gacha reviews. I have been playing quite a few in this time, so expect seeing more reviews. The next one should be Alchemy Stars. If not, it's going to be another one that I've been playing and not really enjoying, so I don't want to play that one for much longer. But that's not here or there. Here we are talking about Revived Witch. And first off, before I even say anything about a review, the music in this game is beautiful. Like, just this intro music is so nice. If you haven't seen previous Gacha reviews, pretty much what I do is, one, I talk about the gameplay and the story element, and then I dive into the actual Gacha element as well as the character designs. Then I go into user interface and how well the game is designed and how easy it is to navigate. And finally, I just finish with my thoughts and tell you if I'm going to keep playing this game or not. Well, let's go into Revived Witch, shall we? Alright, so here's the main screen. I'm not going to obviously talk about it until I get to the UI, but pardon all the Christmas stuff if you're watching this in the future. I am recording this around Christmas. So, pretty much, Revived Witch is this very nice and simple pixel game, where you have a team of people that you have deployed, and you have backup dolls. So when your deployed dolls, die, you have your backup ones, and you have an assistant as well, which you can use their special for. Once you have your team all set up, you are greeted to a very beautiful pixel map. Like, I can't get over how, nice this all looks. It is very pretty, and you just get to explore and run into enemies. I will have auto battle on because I am talking, and I apologize for the lag. I'm recording this on my computer because it's just easier for me. But that's the basics of combat. I really didn't talk too much about it because I literally only auto battle it because the AI is so much smarter than I am to auto battle. Oh gosh, not this again. So there's chests, obviously. They're just kind of hard to click on because, Let me find an enemy again. All right, here we go. To show you what I mean about the combat. So you have these spells that you gain stuff for. I forgot what it's called. And then each time you cast a spell, you get this purple stuff. And the purple stuff eventually builds up. So once you use a purple spell 5 times, you can kind of have this free mode where you can just slam all of the buttons you want. It's not bad. It's just so much easier to let auto battle handle it because auto battle is a lot quicker than you. A lot quicker. And you just... There have been times that I have done battles where I go in and I try to actively play, and I just lose. And then I go in again, changing nothing, and letting auto battle do it. Auto battle wins. It could just be because I'm bad. It is very possible. It's hard to click buttons sometimes, but it's... The AI is just... This game is way too good for an AI to run it, in a sense. It is... Personally, what I would have liked is more of a turn-based type of thing, because that seems more enjoyable and more kind of what they're going for. They very much have a very classic style feeling with the big maps, the pixel art, which is beautiful. I love the pixel art in this game, but I do have a little bit of a gripe with it, but I'll talk about that in the character section. But it just is not fun to just have auto battle go on all the time, and I have to have auto battle going all the time because I will lose if I don't. because you have to time things very, very accurately to, succeed, which is fine. Another problem I have with just the gameplay itself is these maps are too big and too empty. Sometimes you will have puzzles, which are very nice, but other times it's just you literally are walking around. There's an enemy, you walk around, and there's nothing really to interact with, to, explore. It feels more just like empty. Very, very empty is what I'm trying to get. The scenes are beautiful. I know I'm in a snowy place right now, but there is a beautiful forest place. There's a beautiful, castle and tower. And it's really, really nice looking. They did excellent work with it. There needs to be more in these maps because it feels so uneventful to just go from point A to point B and then you're like, okay, yeah, I'm done. Another problem is the coding on picking up items is kind of a little weird. You have to be in a very specific spot to do it. Oh, hey, a new area. And finally, I want to talk about the story. The story is okay. The story isn't anything amazing. You're going around world to world to uncover your power. It's trying to be something, but I am not invested in the characters, in the general plot of it, because it's very basic. It's nothing that will challenge your thinking like other games. It's very much you see what you get. And that's okay. But if you are so keen, this game is very much we're back to the traditional way of games and stuff from their advertisements, but it's missing the story element and the gameplay. It's just not only that. Let's talk about grinding for a second, because gacha grinding is a thing. You all know that. You need to get currency to level up characters, thus have stronger characters, to get currency to summon and stuff. But oh boy, this game. No. Grinding in this game is probably the worst experience that I have ever had in a gacha game. Why? So, they do have 2x speed, which is great. They also have this little loading screen that you have to wait through in between each auto battle. It's not very long, it's maybe less than 10 seconds long, but it makes it very annoying. It's just, you see your little character walking across the screen to meet the boss, and then you go into the boss and you do the fight. And I'm not very high level in this game, I will be honest, but the battles take so long when you're auto-battling and grinding, currency and stuff to level up, because it takes so long, so incredibly long, and it makes it so painful, and I want to be able to level up my characters. I want to do that, and I understand that as you get higher levels, the longer the grinding should take, because, more investment, but it's just such a grind, and it's so exhausting, and I am not invested in the game enough to want to actually, grind that much, because it's tiring. It's very tiring. Overall, it has a lot of potential, in my opinion. It just is missing things. I would have loved if this was converted, instead of a timed-based thing, into a turn-based thing. I think that would have been a lot more enjoyable, a lot more kind of thematic, with what they're trying to go for, with the art style, with the dungeons. I think a turn-based would have been significantly better than time-based. I want to see more in the maps. I want to see, substance in the maps instead of just, oh, here's a treasure box. You don't have to actually look very hard. You don't have to do any puzzles. I mean, there are some puzzles, a lot of puzzles. And just grinding is awful. And the story is kind of bland and boring. As for the gameplay and story, I'm gonna have to give it like a 4 out of 10. I think. I really like the dungeon system. I just wish it was implemented better. Now, with that all out of the way, let's talk about summoning, because this is a gacha game. Every gacha game needs summoning, right? So, with this gacha game, from what I've seen generally, the rates are for ultra rare, which is like the 5 stars, 6 star, whatever, highest tier, is about 2%. SSR, which is the tier below, is 8%. SR is 40%, and R is 50%. Now, normally, you'd look at those numbers and be like, hey, that's actually pretty generous. The problem with this game is there is such a lack of R characters, specifically. I believe that these 5 are the only R characters. Now, if you are familiar with the game, please correct me if I'm wrong, because I have played this game quite a lot, and I've summoned quite a lot, and I've just gotten multiples of these guys, and they're really annoying after a while. So 50% to get one of these 5. Now, you might be wondering, oh, hey, that's great. You can just make them stronger with their copies, right? After a certain point, you get max evolution. And that is not very hard to hit after summoning quite a bit. So you just have extra copies, which I will talk about what you do with the extra copies in the user interface section, but it's just so exhausting seeing these same 5 characters over and over and over again. And do you want to know something funny? This is the only male character in the game that I've seen. This is the only male character. There are a lot of waifus in this game, not a lot of husbandos, and that's a little disappointing. But it's okay for the SR rate because there's quite a lot of SR characters, and it's always good to get more of those. The SSR rate is really nice. As you can tell, I've gotten quite a few of them. The ultra rare rate, it's 2%, yes, but the 2% hurts because I have done quite a bit, as you can tell. I have a lot of these, enough to evolve them all the way, which is multiple copies. I believe it's like 10 copies of each to get full evolving, and I've gotten two ultra rares, which is kind of surprising, especially when I've been playing other gacha games. Even with low percentages, I'm still getting more out of that low percentage. Maybe it's just because I'm unlucky. I literally only just got this girl a little while ago. Just a little while ago. And I did try to summon on her debut banner, and instead I got her on her debut banner. I got a fallen on this girl's banner, which was fun. So with all of the number talk out of the way, let's actually talk about there's a spark system in this, which I appreciate. As you can see, there's an ultra rare is guaranteed within 17 summons. A raid up doll is guaranteed within 97 summons. That number carries over, so when you have awakening summons, they carry over. If you have any left on the exclusive summons, they carry over, and I appreciate that. As for somebody who's playing this one free to play, I really appreciate that they are carrying over the rates. However, it's just summoning is not fun. I will show you. I will show you on this banner. So you have souls. It takes 200 to summon, which is fine. You get them pretty quick. This is summoning. It's pretty, but it's not exciting. I literally skip it all of the time. And I do like that it tells you what color you're going to get, what rarity. Like, this is obviously not somebody super high because it's blue. Hello again, we see this. But when you get higher characters, it changes, obviously. If you get an ultra rare, it becomes a rainbow and magical and stuff like that. And then if you get an SSR, it turns golden, which I think is very nice. It's just boring. Like, you heard the sound effects. There was no, like, shattering of glass, and when the picture shattered, it's not exciting to me. It feels very bland and very... It's something I do just to get a character, instead of an exciting thing that is supposed to get you addicted to it, because that's what this is. It's gambling, and you need to be flashy when you're gambling. It's just not my favorite summoning thing. Another thing I want to talk about is, I know I only have 2 ultra rares, but I want to talk about something. Would you look at her and say she is ultra rare if you consider your knowledge of other gacha games besides like heroes or stuff? Typically, like, in other gacha games, the more rare they are, the more stuff they got going on. Typically, they have, like, backgrounds going on, like, in their pictures, you know? Something with oomph, right? Now, if you were to look at, say, her, you feel she's got more going on. I know she's not animated. I haven't gotten to that tier of ascension yet for her, but it just feels like a lot of the designs, especially with ultra rares, feel less rare looking than some of the SSRs and SRs. Like look at her. Look, I wanted to make sure I had her in the game from the first 10 free pulls you get, because she's just gorgeous and she looks so much more than just an SR. Like, if you were to look at this design in any other context, you'd be like, oh yeah, she's probably pretty high tier because she's got stuff going on around her. It's more than just her standing still with, in comparison to, like, her. She's just a little girl holding a pillow. So that's a problem I have with the designs. Another problem I have is sometimes the designs do not match their pixel art. Like with her, she has really long sleeves, right? And a lot of purple in her vest. If you were to look at her pixel, short sleeves and just all white. And I think that's because they changed their designs. Like, see, there's something here that's like original model. But it feels like there's a little disconnect there, and like, look, she's just missing so much from her original outfit. Like, she's missing her pants. Where are her pants? And I think that's just because they're changing designs up or something. I'm not entirely sure, but it's a problem with consistency there. She is obviously my favorite design-wise because, first off, long sleeves, butterflies, purple, very much me. I also really, really like her. But as for the rest of the characters, it's just not exciting. Like, they aren't really eye-grabbing. There's nothing really tying them from one another, and they don't really look cohesive. Like, she looks so incredibly different from the rest, and like, what sense does she make? There's also a problem of literally not knowing these characters. There are story stuff that you can unlock, and that's a comment list. See, I don't even remember where it is. You can read their stories. I think it's in here. Yeah, you can read backstories and stuff here, but it's nothing like you have to go out of your way to learn about the characters, instead of where other games are like, here, you get story stuff, you get currency to do this, and in this you just don't. I haven't read through any of them because none of them have very much interested me. With all of that off the table, what I would rate the gacha system and the characters is very much my personal opinion, obviously, and it's very much from my own experience. And I think I'm going to have to rate it a 3 out of 10. Again, the rates are great, but there's like 5 rare characters and you have a 50% chance of getting them, and it's just kind of exhausting seeing the same character over and over and over again. Please tell me if there's more than 5, because I haven't noticed any more than just those 5, and it's kind of exhausting seeing them. The character design is hit or miss. A lot of the lower tier characters look like they should be higher tier ones, and it just doesn't feel connected and cohesive. There's not a straight line of what design is in this game. Yeah, that's behind my rating. And finally, before we get to my opinion, let's talk about the user interface. I think it's really nice. I love the pixel art, as I have been preaching. I love that there's some slight animations. You can have your favorite character here, except I don't remember how to change that anymore. And the only problem I have with it is there's a repeating of buttons. So obviously you see down here, you can click adventure and it'll take you here to do your adventure, right? You can click here to go to summoning, or you can click here to go to summoning. And I don't know, it just is very repetitive, and it's nice to have these here because it's quick, it's easy, but it's just extra here. Because I can tell you, the only time I ever scroll like this, and I'm just showing it off right now, is just to summon. That's it. That's all I do. I'm usually right here, and I don't do anything else. And I'm missing out on a lot of the pretty art that they put into this. With that, gripe out of the way, I do really like the colors that they've chosen. The gold really pops out, and the button layout is nice. It is a little excessive with the side things over here, but that's gacha game stuff. They want you to know, hey, we got events going on, we got summoning things going on, yay. Typical stuff. I like that they separate the paid stuff or the free stuff versus the paid stuff, because makes me very, very happy. Because I hate when gacha games say that these are the same currency, but one is paid, one is free, and you gotta know the difference. It's frustrating. Something though that I absolutely abhor, it is the worst thing, is you get a lot of stamina stuff, right? Look at this. They expire. It's just so maddening to me. I have to grind so much to get rid of all of this stamina potions before they expire. And if they expire, I missed out on currency that I could have gotten for characters. And it's endless. It's endless. Sure, it's great for people that really like the game and are really dedicated to the game, but it's just endless. You will never run out of stamina. But you run out of stamina potions. But you get more eventually. And it feels... I don't like it. I really, really don't like it. Because it encourages you to spend so much time in the game just to use up your potions. Just so that you could take advantage of them. And, potions are wonderful. They are so helpful. I use so much stamina potions in all of the gacha games I play. But I see them as, all right, I want to dedicate X amount of time playing this game. And once I run out of my base stamina, I want to use the items to get more stamina so I can play this game for longer. Instead of what Revived Witch is where I go in, I play for a little bit, and I'm like, okay, I'm done. Log in a couple of days later. Oh, I'm running out of stamina potions. Oh, they're going to expire. Guess who's grinding today? And then I hate myself because this is not how I wanted to play the game. And it's frustrating. I really, really hate having it expire. I'm okay with the max one expiring because, exclusive, whatever. But the lower ones, no. I hate it. I really, really hate it. Another thing about the user interface is there wasn't really a good tutorial. You have to find a lot of things by yourself. I wonder how many of people know that you have a shop here where you can spend petals. And you get petals from getting extra copies of characters, which is great. It took me so long to find this, and I was like, oh, this is a thing? Okay, thanks. And you also get stuff from completing trials. I didn't even know there was a shop here for that. And I know that has to come with exploring the game itself, yes. But I don't know, it just feels like there should have been a tutorial on, like, oh, hey, I just noticed you got a duplicate hero. Would you like me to show you the shop where you can spend this currency instead of just letting it sit and pile up? Another thing is the Witch's Courtyard. I guess I should have mentioned this in gameplay, but it's technically a UI thing. But you have this nice little courtyard where you can do stuff. You can do alchemy, you can explore things and like get currency. Cottage is for resting, and then experience. This is cute, but as you can tell, I have max on these two currencies. I feel like I can't spend them fast enough for the collecting. It's useful, but I feel like it can be so much streamlined a bit more and better used. As for how, I don't know. That is up to them, but like, there's only a specific amount of characters that are good for the Mirror of the Otherworld, and when I run out of them, and when they get tired, I have to put them in the cottage forever, and then it takes so long to go through everything, and it's exhausting. Like, I hate having exclamation points in the game, because I'm like, I have to clear them, otherwise they're going to bother me, and they're like screaming in my face, like they're screaming in my face right now, and I can't make that one ever go away, because I just can't physically, and it annoys me very, very much. Another thing that's bad for directions, and really annoying that I didn't even know about, is the workshop. Yeah, there's a workshop for weapons. I never knew that. And again, that's probably on me for not exploring, but like, weapons are kind of a key thing in this game because you have to equip them and it makes your characters better and stuff. And I didn't even know this was a thing up until like maybe 2 weeks ago. And I've been playing this game since like the start of November or when it came out. Yeah, I did not know that there was this section. I might have missed it, which is totally possible because I am bad. But that's such a key thing that you feel like you need to explore a bit more and be like, hey guys, you got your first weapon. Let's take you to the workshop and show you how it's done. Because there's a good point between hand-holding too much and hand-holding not enough and just pushing you off the cliff. This one pushes you off the cliff. And it's okay. I'm fine exploring and understanding gacha, but if this was somebody's first gacha, they would be missing so much more than what I've already missed. And I don't know. I just feel like you should have your game built so that anybody at any level can come in and be like, I know this game. I know how to play this game. I know all of the functions of the game, at least most of the functions of the game. And, you know, be able to enjoy it instead of being surprised by random things in the future. I really like how it looks. I really hate the lack of tutorials. The stamina potions are the bane of my existence. So I'm gonna give it the same grade I gave the story and the gameplay, about a 4. It's not bad. It's definitely not the worst UI I've seen for a gacha game, but it needs significant improvement. And finally, my thoughts. I'm just gonna let some stuff grind so that I can just talk about my thoughts. As you could tell, I am not the biggest fan. Oh, look at this. Look at that. Look at that. That's what I mentioned earlier. I hate it. I hate it. It's stupid. I will definitely not be playing this game anymore. I find it to be very tedious, to be very just unfun. It's beautiful. The pixel art in this game is stunning. Stunning. Some of the lighting effects that they do are just beautiful, and there's just so much potential in this that I just am sad. I am sad because, like, when I first played this for a little while, when I first started, I was like, man, this is so pretty. It's just so, I love that the characters move when you unlock higher tiers. The gameplay's alright, I can get over that. But as I started getting more into it and started doing more and more grinding and just, I just felt it wasn't a good use of my time. I wasn't having fun with my time, and that's a key important thing in the gachas. They gotta sink their teeth, you know, and then they want you to spend money, obviously, because that's the whole point of these games. But this one did not sink its teeth into me. I wish the character design was a little more cohesive, because, like, why do we have a random space girl here? Like, why? I love her design, don't get me wrong. But why do we have a random space girl? Huh? It's just, there's so much, as I've been saying, there's so much potential in this game, and I'm sad that it did not meet my expectations. I can totally believe some people would have so much fun with this game. I can believe that there's somebody who likes time-based stuff will enjoy this game. Like, I seriously think if you like this type of gameplay, where you press buttons and you try to find the optimal ways of pressing them in what order and are fast at pressing them, go for it. I think you will love this game. If you are like me, who is not very optimal at that and likes some more time to think and to process, probably not the game for you. Oh, fun thing about the advertisements for this game. So obviously I've been playing it for a while, and sometimes you see advertisements of games that you already play, but, like, okay, I'm just gonna put this next to me. Like, this is nothing, like, even close to what the game actually is. And I understand it's an advertisement, but, like, come on, false advertisement, come on. But it's just ridiculous and really, really funny. Like, that's not how you play the game. Sure, you give gifts and you can, like, upgrade characters, but that's not the core gameplay. So yeah, I think that sums up everything. I will not be playing this in the future. I'm a little sad that I'm not going to be playing in the future because I will miss out on all this pixel art. I will follow, like, the Twitter and see if things change. Maybe things will get a little better. Maybe they'll change the core concept of their game. Yeah, pretty. They're totally going to change the core concept of their game. Yeah, that's totally going to happen, right? But yeah. That's all of my thoughts on Revived Witch. What do you think of Revived Witch? Are you going to play it after hearing me rip this game apart? It's just, I'm sorry. I'm sorry if you are working on this game and you watch my video. I'm sorry. I really, really like it. Okay, don't lie. I don't like it, but it had potential. But yeah, I definitely won't be playing anymore. If you notice something me saying was wrong, like there was only 5 rare characters, please let me know. There's gotta be more than 5. Please let there be more than 5. I will lose my mind if there's not. But yeah, you know, feel free to comment down below. As I mentioned in the beginning of the video, a future one is going to be Alchemy Stars, and another one I will be doing eventually, probably after Alchemy Stars, maybe before Alchemy Stars, I don't know, is Graffiti Smash. That was gonna be an interesting one to talk about. If you have any other future suggestions for me, please let me know down below. Typically, if you want to see what gacha games I'm playing, you'll see me talking about them on my Discord, so feel free to join my Discord there. And, yeah. With that all said, that is my review on Revived Witch. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and, you know, oh, goodness me. So, thank you guys so much for watching and subscribing. Keep fighting your battles, and I will see you next time. Toodaloo!